Hey, did you know? It's extremely hard right now to find fucking large rifle primers. It's still. It was a COVID thing, but right now it's still hard as fuck, right? But then, I found a buddy that had some, right? I was like, how many you got? He's like 3,000. It's like 3,000. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, well, sell me 1,000, right? So when he sold me 1,000, he's just like $50, man. I ain't gonna charge you for what I paid for him, right? But then he gives me the box after I pay for him. And like $39.99 was on the box. $4.99 for a pack of 100.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to any motherfucking website, you're paying $100 for 1,000.
Those small ones for that box right there.
I paid 1,000 or 1,000. I paid $100 for those.
Yeah. The sites I've been looking at, they're right at 2 now.
Well, you just got to find the right site. But yeah, well, okay. So it was $100 for that. It was like, I don't know, $100, and then it was like $35 for hazmat or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every place is different on hazmat charges too. It's never the same.
Right.
If they can stick it to you because they know you want it, they're gonna stick it to you one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's still extremely hard to fucking find primers. I was told to go to Academy on Monday or Wednesdays when it opens.
Yeah. That's when they have them. Huh?
Supposedly, if they got them delivered, it'll be there then and on the shelf.
Well, after the 12 people download this, there might be 12 more people standing there now.
So I went with that, and I showed up Monday morning, or I'm sorry, what I say?
You said Monday or Wednesday?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday. So I showed up Monday morning, and lo and behold, there was a line of fucking 20 people already standing in line. And as soon as the doors opened, they all went straight to the fucking, like, they knew exactly what they wanted and where. I didn't even know like where it would be. I figured primers would be behind the counter or some shit. And they're like, no, we put them out by the bullets when we get them. Well, by the time I got to the bullets, they were already fucking gone. If they had them, they weren't there. And the little price tag ain't there for primers. So it's like, where the fuck were they?
Yeah.
Somebody obviously knows where the fuck they are. And I don't even know if there's a limit on them. If there is, there's, like I said, there's no signs for primers. So I don't know if it's true, false, whatever. And you got to wait for the dude with the FFL to show up behind the counter to ask him any fucking questions. Because nobody else in that fucking store knows anything about bullets, primers, anything.
Really?
So it's just like, what the fuck, man? So the hunt's still on. The hunt's still on. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So it's funny going to the PX. You go to the PX here at fucking Lost in the Woods over here, and they sell MREs. They sell the big rippets. They sell the MREs.
Yeah. It's the leftovers from the overseas PXs.
It's why even the commissary's got some MREs for sale and shit. And it's just like, why would you? I mean, I think they were like $12 or $14 for one MRE.
Jesus.
No, serious, yeah. And it's like, why? I mean, it better have motherfucking, I can't remember the numbers. And, I'm sure the meals have changed since we left or last had one. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
And it better have the damn fucking jalapeno cheddar cheese in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or it ain't worth $12. I know it.
It's like baseball cards, man. You just don't know what you're getting.
It's like that meme, right? It's like that meme you posted on Facebook the other day. You know what you got.
Yep.
The fucking peanut butter ain't shit.
It's always funny, man. Whenever we were deployed, they would throw out that case, and all the cases would just get ransacked. People were going through them because they knew the numbers of what had what.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd see there'd be like 7 MREs left, and they'd be opening another case.
And then you were only allotted so much for that, platoon or company or whatever. Right. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep. And the army saying, well, It'll still make a turd.
What it's like, and so the initial invasion, right? Before we left, they gave us like, you had this big bottle of waters, right? And fucking whatever, whoever fuck made them. You had big bottles of water, and you had the old cases of MREs, and they gave you a 3-day supply for how many you had in your tank, right? So I think I had me and 2 others, so 3 people. They gave you the cases and the water for you 3, right? And us 3 fucking rat fucked those MREs just to get rid of the boxes and everything, just to make room, because there's not much room in there. And we rat fucked it, just took what we knew we'd eat and fucking just threw the rest of the shit away. I mean, it's, and back, you're talking then it was like still had the omelet and ham and
the egg vomit,
and the egg vomit and that fatty fucking like roast
dehydrated beef
stew or some shit.
Oh yeah,
beef stew. Yeah, well, we had the real Tabasco sauce back then, though.
Yeah, that was the only way you could tell whether the MRE is bad, is when the Tabasco sauce turned green.
Yeah, I mean,
then they put green.
I thought the green was a thing, though.
It became a thing. Yeah, they start, because I didn't know that in the first few MREs. I'd look at the Tabasco sauce, it was green, so I chucked the whole fucking MRE. I didn't know they were putting. I thought it was bad. I didn't know they were putting green Tabasco sauce in them until somebody told me. Man, I was old school. That's the way you look to see if the MRE is any good.
I don't even know where they make that shit, but it's like
China.
They got to have taste testers for that shit, right? I mean, you would think.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got the condom testers, so you think they got somebody to test some fucking MRE.
But like, we'll go back to the fucking eggs and ham, right? I mean, that's back when the fruit was dehydrated fruit, right?
Powder.
And it was a square fucking block, right? And it was like the instructions said add water. Did anybody ever add water?
No, because it just tastes like
they
shit.
ate it like cardboard. Yeah, and it was just like
you add water. It didn't taste any fruitier.
What was the cake we always ate? Was it
the pound cake? Yeah.
Yeah, the pound cake wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I knew a lot of people try to mix a bunch of shit to try to make a cuisine out of the fucking MREs.
You had to.
What was that?
Then I'd add the pudding mix and coffee and make a mocha.
What was that chocolate bar thing that it was like hard as fucking dry?
That energy bar?
Oh, before the energy bar. It was like, I don't even know what the fuck it was. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that thing was nasty too.
Yeah. It's like, ugh.
It was the only thing harder than the.
But you know what? I mean, when you get hungry enough, you were eating the shit. So one way or the other, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, it makes a turd.
I gotta eat it. So you get hungry enough, you're eating dry crackers or some shit.
It's the fucking the dehydrated fruit always reminded me of like ramen. It comes in that square block.
Yeah. Man, I could. What was corned beef and gash? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Man, that came with Tabasco sauce too. I know that.
You had to have.
You had to drown that shit out. Yeah,
that was nasty.
Woo! Damn.
And then they started making those vegetarian MREs, and I was sold, man. Those bitches taste like ravioli.
Oh yeah.
I became a vegetarian at that point.
Shit. Well, I can't remember all that came. I remember that ratatouille or whatever the fuck it was.
Yep, tortellini.
There you go. Ratatouille, tortellini, same thing. I think.
I don't even know why they started making vegetarian MREs. None of that shit that fucking claimed to have meat in it had real meat.
No. Remember, so later on down the road though, they were coming out with like beef franks and
those had the weirdest fucking taste, man. I ate them. Don't get me wrong.
Spaghetti wasn't bad.
Spaghetti was pretty good.
Spaghetti was pretty good. Raviolis. I can't think, man. I can't think. It's been a while. It's been tuna. It came out with that fucking tuna one.
Yep, that's one I liked.
Well, I mean, it had tuna
And some sort of noodles.
from like, yeah. Well, I don't know if I ate the noodles, but yeah, it came in a little tuna pack, just like you buy in a grocery store and shit.
Yep.
That was a bonus. You're like, oh yeah, I ain't going bad with this.
Yep.
Chili Mac.
That was probably the best MRE right there.
Chili Mac.
You can't fuck that up.
Everybody was putting the cheese and crackers in Chili Mac. They made a meal right there.
Yep.
You're like, oh, I'm good for the rest of the night.
Yeah, you can't fuck Chili Mac up.
Yeah, but some of them cakes and shit though, boy, they would like plug you up for a week.
That was the whole purpose. That and the cheese spread.
Mm.
You didn't shit for a week after eating that stuff. The cheese spread was good though, but you definitely didn't shit.
Cheese and crackers was a meal, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then there was always the game with MREs, you know, the fun game of finding that fucking new kid, the fucking new guy, and see if you can get him to eat fucking those 2 crackers in 2 minutes.
Oh.
That was the best thing for the crackers, was trying to find some sucker.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was back when we had our guys like clear a porta potty and shit, you know. You know, they'd stack on a porta potty and they'd run in there and they'd clear it. All of them fucking jump in the porta potty.
That'd be fucking funny.
So, yeah. We used to mix a bunch of shit too at our guard points in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Guys be up on a guard or some shit, and we'd be like, yeah, tonight we got you. And we would make this just ridiculous sandwich. Whatever Chow Hall had on top of, you know, the bread was some like fucking waffles from that morning. Some type of fucking meat they had, and we would just stack this bitch. We'd take it to them and say, yeah, you gotta eat it. And they'd fucking, it'd be dousing everything you could think of. Ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, mayo. I mean, just like some of the shit, man. I mean, I can't think of the one dude's name, man. I think it was Dominguez or I can't remember. Anyway, I mean, this dude would like, so far to that day, like he eat anything you bring him, and he laughed at everybody. Ha ha. Well, this one time we brought him something like that, and like he couldn't do it, dude. He ate that motherfucker. He ended up throwing up over the side of the guard post. I was just like, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. So, guy, I mean, anything to entertain ourselves when we were over there. I mean, it was yeah. Even like, you know, talking to old Mel, you know, his issues he had when he was over there, right, from season 1.
He would have never lived that shit down.
Even when we were on the road, there was some stupid shit that we did. Well, while we were on mission, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Iraq, we fucking we were in the middle of the town. Fucking 113 in front of me, 113 behind me. Told the dude, stay on the guns, look around. We got out student life for ice cream. With Saddam's Hussein money.
Yeah.
At that time, it didn't change over yet. We're just standing in line with the rest of the Iraqis, just waiting to get our turn and buy everybody in our tanks the fucking ice cream. We didn't have Blue Force trackers then either.
Yeah.
If we did, I probably would have just turned it off. Like, here's my last location. Let's go over here.
I was never a fan of that Blue Force tracker.
That was back when we had that plugger that took the fucking big ass batteries and like you had to like open 5 of them before you found one that was actually like would work.
Yeah.
Like every other person showed up fucking with a civilian what they call them? It's a civilian model of the plugger.
Right. GPS.
Yeah. But Magellan or whatever the fuck it was then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd show up their own personal one. It's like, yeah, I'm not spending my money. The military's got them. They work. You just got to find the right battery.
Yeah.
So,
And pray to God that everybody's updating it, right?
oh, well, yeah, that too. And then they came out with what? The plugger, and then it was the fuck was that little green one?
The green one.
Yeah, after the plugger. One hooked up to the fucking BFTs. Our memory shot.
Yeah, man. I don't remember the name of them. I can pick. Yeah, daggers.
Daggers.
Yep.
Daggers. Yeah, one from the plugger to the dagger.
Yep. You know, it's funny, man. The Blue Force tracker was like the original waves or ways. You know, like what people use now to figure out where the cops are. He was using the same fucking thing to figure out where the bad guys were.
It's fucking. It is crazy. Yeah,
it's the same fucking thing.
Matter of fact, he was almost the computer base of it was the same thing we used to diagnose vehicles. Remember that? The TM,
the stay ice,
the stay ice, and the I forgot what the fucking computer itself was called. the laptop they came up with later
when they started getting the LMTVs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been so long, but yeah, that's. Then they were using the little silver tough books. The little silver tough books got issued with us with our drones. Like that's how you flew your drone.
Really?
Yeah. No.
You ever fly a drone?
No. I'd crash that motherfucker. Next thing you know, I get statement of charges and shit because it was only in the air for like 20 seconds.
I could just see somebody else flying at you yelling, "Pull!
Pull!" That would be pretty fun, though.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that one. They had the replaceable wings. It came with the kit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. But they had that little locator on it, though. Which I would probably track it and be like, oh, you got to go get it.
Yeah. Good times, man.
I know my buddy Rob, man, before he passed away, he used to bargain with those MREs, man.
He used to in Korea, too.
He used to bargain with the New Mexico cops for, he'd trade MREs for ammo.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking at $12 an MRE now. It's almost.
But then he died, so I mean that was years and years ago, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you had to bargain with them, though. It's like we didn't want to eat them. Civilians were just, oh, check it out, it's an MRE. Yep. You're like, go ahead, motherfucker, just don't bitch to me later. Here you go.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, people are still buying those for the fucking, all the people that think that the world's coming to an end.
What'd you think? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The preppers, yeah.
They got to have food for in case we get that solar flare, so they can go live in their container under the ground.
Their school bus.
Oh yeah, there's
school bus under the ground. Yeah. I'll never forget that place. I forgot where the fuck it was, but I'll never forget what it looked like.
Well, forgetting where it was is probably the right thing to do.
Yeah. We shot at when we go there next time.
Yep.
Matter of fact, hell, that dude wouldn't even give us directions. Remember, we had to meet him at a gas station off the fucking main road.
Yep.
Follow me. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Look at each other like, where the fuck is this dude taking us?
Yep.
My Lord.
Starting to wonder if I found this guy off Craigslist.
Where did we find him?
I got a business card from that gun shop here in town. That's who they referred me to.
Gun shop or the
pawn shop? The pawn central. Yeah. It's a gun shop. They got like 3 things in there that's not
gun. Well, this is an actual gun shop. Or I don't know. Is it still open since it got robbed?
Oh yeah, it's still open.
Is it?
Yeah.
PSA?
Mm-hmm.
PSA, right?
Yeah, Pawn Central something. PSA is the distributor they get their guns from.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that. I
Because when
thought they
you
were just a gun dealer.
they PSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who they got their account with. So when you go to their website, it's like on Central number 41 or some shit, but it's a PSA website.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. That place ain't that big.
No, it ain't.
Like it's like a fucking like a little jewelry store or some shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, you
But
walk in, it's
the
just
whole
like
wall is nothing but guns. Everything that's in a case is guns. Everything on the wall is guns.
really,
You know,
huh?
their ammo is smaller than your table here. Their shelving that they got in ammo,
Uh-huh.
it's not in that long. The rest of it's all guns,
Did not know.
pistols,
I haven't
rifles.
been there. I
Yeah.
drove by it plenty of times. I'm like, yeah, they can't have shit.
No, they do. And what they don't have in stock, they can get.
Well, that's that cops that work there.
I don't know what the guy doesn't talk much, man. I don't know
He
what he
don't
does.
talk at all.
He might be a cop. Yeah, I don't know.
He was a cop.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, he's a cop in Salem.
I sent an invite out to them, see if they wanted to do a podcast.
The cops.
The people that own that business, they never responded.
I sent a couple out that they'll never respond.
Yeah.
You know, try getting either Jesse Howard or New Breed on.
Okay.
No replies yet, though.
We could probably reach out to the Cowboys' kicker. I don't think he'll be doing much this week.
Did you see the one meme though? It wasn't him; it was somebody else playing him, and they showed up at the what is it, Dallas AT&T Stadium or wherever the fuck Dallas Stadium, whatever the fuck it is. Shows up, gets his key card out, and the door went open.
I seen somebody posted it looked like a tweet from what's the owner's name?
I don't fucking know.
Anyways, it had the owner of the Cowboys and it looked like a tweet and it said, if you can kick a football, we have jerseys. Show up at the field tomorrow morning for tryouts.
Yeah, I mean everybody, like even me, man. I mean everybody I talked to, and me myself. I thought that dude's even Ethan sitting there going, "Yeah, he'll be cut tomorrow."
Yeah.
You know, like they're not going to keep this motherfucker 4 in a row. No, they ain't going to do it. 5 in a row, really, if you count that very last kick he did on the game prior. And next day, and the way Prescott was throwing a fit after every fucking kick on the sideline, right?
Yeah.
I was just like. I mean, and then all of a sudden you see Prescott in the news conference sticking up for him, and then news clips the next day saying the GM said they're not going to get rid of him and shit. I was just like,
they're not going to get rid of him until they lose.
Just
it's too late to get a fucking kicker now.
Yeah, trying to bring out the positive, like, oh, this guy, he's kicked and saved us so many times, and I mean, he's set records.
It'll be fucking funny, man, to see them. It'll be like fucking 4th on and 2 on their 30, and they'll go for it. They're not kicking them fucking for that's 30 yards. You were missing from fucking the 6.
Who they playing?
Dallas is playing Philadelphia, so this will be their last week.
This will be. Wait, watch them lose by a point.
Dude, that's what I was telling my mom. I was like, if Tampa Bay comes back and they lose by a fucking point or 2 points or 3 points or goddamn 4 points.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people weren't expecting that game at all.
No, nobody was expecting the Giants to beat Minnesota either.
Oh yeah, no shit, right? There was another fucking like upset for a lot of fucking people.
Some people consider Jacksonville beating San Diego an upset.
Do they really? Yeah,
yeah. Jacksonville beat San Diego, and
that was a hell of a comeback. I'll give it to the kid. But these memes that going around saying, "Oh, he's never lost on a Saturday." Mahomes got his work cut out for him and shit. Dude, I don't think that's it at all.
I mean, he might have his work cut out for him because it is kind of an early game, so it might be hard to get up that morning.
What time?
It's noon.
That is early.
But that'd be the hardest fucking thing he has for the day.
I'm gonna have to record it, man. Don't text me.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah,
you won't respond anyway. So
don't text me. I'm gonna have to record it. I'll be in Houston, not Texas. So Yeah. That would be, I don't know. I don't think it'd be a good game, though.
No, I think it'd be
Like,
a good
not
game.
like a close game. I
Fuck
don't
no.
think.
I think it's got the potential for fucking Mahomes to be on the bench by the third quarter.
Who
Because the game will be so far out of control.
who do you think Chiefs will play next?
Cincinnati.
Yeah?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I know that's what you're hoping for. I mean, it was at Burrows against fucking
Allen.
Fuck yeah, Allen.
I mean, we were driving when we played them during regular season. We were ahead 7-3.
Out of everybody in the playoffs, man, those two and Mahomes are the fucking top quarterbacks out of all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow.
Everybody's talking shit about that dude from with the Jaguars, but I mean, just because he got lucky. I mean,
and it's not even so much as
the
luck.
Giants got lucky. The fucking Dallas got lucky. Who's that lead? Who's that lead? I'm skipping somebody. Yeah?
There's Philadelphia, the Giants, and San Francisco for the NFC.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. We hit them all, didn't we?
Yeah. San Francisco is going to absolutely.
So we're saying San Francisco and the Eagles.
Yep, and then I say San Francisco and the Bengals.
Hold up, fucker. Then we're saying Bengals and KC.
Yep.
And then Super Bowl, you're saying what?
San Francisco versus the Bengals.
Oh, fuck you. I think it's San Francisco and KC.
Could be. But a lot of people don't understand why everybody's saying. You know, they all went on that high horse about if you talked about even rescheduling that game when old boy had a heart attack, you were an asshole, you know? But they don't realize how important that fucking game was, because had Cincinnati beat Buffalo, we would have played Miami and not the Ravens. You don't want to go to the playoffs and play a divisional team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look how many people got hurt in that fucking game on both sides.
You know, and I mean, this wasn't supposed to get serious, but with that, yeah, you know, they acted quick and all that shit, and they did their fucking job, right, and got them off the field.
Yep.
I honestly think the game should have continued. Maybe I'm harsh.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one. They got a replacement for him.
Yeah, it wasn't about that. They were saying that, you know, and I couldn't help.
It wasn't an illegal hit.
No, it was nothing illegal about it. It was a freak accident. But, you know, they were saying about there's no way that those guys are going to compose themselves and everything else. And I know, man, it's a game. It's not combat. But I couldn't help but for it to go through my mind thinking about myself. You know, when you're with somebody that gets fucking killed in combat, you just don't. There's no timeout. We don't reschedule it. We don't cancel it. You bring them along with you and you keep moving.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
And there is no, you know, you have no choice but to compose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I get it. It's not the same thing. And people can boo me or fucking block me or whatever they want to do. But it's still, to me, I just don't understand the whole why you couldn't compose yourself a week later. Why couldn't they reschedule the game?
Well, that's another thing. They could have, right? So,
because now we have the absolute hardest path to the Super Bowl than any other team.
You do.
You know, our first game was the Ravens. Second game is the Bills. Then more likely our next game will be Kansas City. Right. None of them at home, except for the Ravens. We played the Ravens at our house. We're going to play Bills and Bills. We're going to play Chiefs and Chiefs. And then we're going to go to Arizona and play San Francisco.
Oh, man, you're lucky Ethan left already. I would have called him in here.
And then I hope Joe Montana buys tickets to the motherfucking game and watches his team get beat, since he beat us fucking twice in the 80s.
Joe Montana?
Yep.
Yeah.
I strongly encourage him to buy tickets. Joe, if you download this podcast, buy some fucking tickets.
I'll tell you what, Joe. I mean, if you are listening to this podcast, just contact us, and we'll do a live event with you during the Super Bowl.
And I'll mail you some tissues.
I mean,
Did you see old Jerry Rice wants to come back and play? Or no, Terrell Owens?
no. Oh, no.
49 years old. I still got it, man. I still got, well, at least I got a Porsche payment. I need to come back.
No, I haven't. No, I did not see that.
Yeah.
What do you think about, what was old boy's name left Chiefs went to Miami?
Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
He got paid and still had a hell of a year.
Hell of a year, but he's not a happy one.
Fuck no, he's not happy.
Looks like he aged like a few years,
Well, it definitely didn't seem like he had to run fast because, I mean, literally, he would fucking run down the field and then he'd pull out a cigarette and wait for the ball to fucking come. He didn't have anybody that could throw him the fucking ball. That's for damn sure. And then Tua, fucking the wind blew. He got a concussion.
Man, it's been a weird year.
It has been a weird
football body, I guess. Yeah.
So my cousin went to the Vikings-Giants game.
Oh, he did?
Yep. 8 rows up, 50-yard line.
Really?
Yep. Want to know what those tickets are in? To watch the Vikings and the Giants play.
How much?
$1,000 a piece.
Really?
$2,000 for regular seats.
Who do you take?
Well, the person that actually bought the tickets was my other cousin, and he took his brother.
Okay. All right. It's like, yeah, because I wouldn't be taking no woman.
No. Yeah. No, he's got.
Or I might need a DD, but I couldn't even imagine. Like,
can you imagine what that same ticket would cost?
They're kind of looking
Kansas
to be
City?
Where they're at, Oh,
not for the Jacksonville game either. For the Cincinnati Kansas City game, I bet you those tickets are fucking $4,000.
Nah, yeah. I'll stick with hockey, man. Tickets are like fucking the nosebleed seats for hockey are like fucking $20.
The Vikings game, the nosebleeds was $400 or $500.
My lord,
for the nosebleeds. Yeah. Yep.
I wonder what the nosebleed is for. Matter of fact, man, who was it? Jocelyn knew somebody that went to one of the games, and it was the nosebleeds. Fuck.
I want to go to a regular football game next year.
Well, yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Cincinnati should play Kansas City in Kansas City.
Should.
The last 2 years, Kansas City has played Cincinnati in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, so that's the game you want to go to?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we'll have to check out nosebleed seats. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll have to start a GoFundMe account for anything else.
Well, I wonder if they'll let us bring our own beer in.
I seriously doubt that.
NASCAR used to.
I know they used to.
They
don't no more.
They don't?
No.
No.
And now this is one of the reasons why so many people, why they're having a hard time putting people in the stands is because with NASCAR, there's a military discount and then there's the regular price. And that doesn't matter if you're 3 or if you're
the fuck
60.
For serious?
I'm dead serious. And tickets are between $35 and $40 for mediocre seats.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's why so many.
I never took a kid though.
So many people argued, when they say that
I took kids to a Supercross race and they were always fucking like they had a kid price.
Right. Nope.
And matter of fact, monster trucks used to have a kid price too.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. So many people complain because nobody wants to pay that price for their 7, 8 year old that's going to be fucking looking at his screen 10 minutes after you get there.
Yeah, because the dozen races I went to in North Carolina and South Carolina was Mikey got us in. Well, we had to buy the tickets in South Carolina, but his dad his father-in-law got us in, or stepdad got us in Charlotte free every fucking time.
It's funny. So, all these stadiums spent all this money to increase and maximize the number of people they can get in there for the money. and they designed Talladega so when you drive by it on the interstate, it doesn't matter whether nobody's there or every field's there. The way they painted and designed the seats, it looks like the stands are filled.
Get out.
Yep.
Talladega's not that big. Wait.
That's
No,
a super speedway.
I'm thinking of what's the rock? The smaller one.
You're talking about Martinsville or Bristol?
No, there's another one. South Carolina.
Rockingham?
Rockingham. Yeah. That's where Junior wrecked after his dad died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were at that track that day.
I want to go to the Bristol dirt race. That has to look fucking awesome. NASCAR.
I want to go to Daytona when they got the one Supercross.
Okay.
Yeah, right in the center field.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Every year it rains. Every year it's fucking big fight to finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an awesome race. I want to go to that one. I have not been there yet. I mean, I've been to Daytona. I haven't been there for a Supercross race.
We're making plans to go to Kansas Speedway this year.
Kansas.
Mm-hmm. Me and my cousin and my mom and everybody, we're going to try to rent a house and go to the race for the weekend. It's Truck Series on Saturday and then Monster Cup on
I ain't been to trucks yet.
Sunday.
I ain't checked that out.
I like watching the truck races.
Does Deegan's girl still race trucks? Or she's strictly cars now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think last year she was still racing.
Well, I mean, she's still racing. I just didn't know if it was trucks or not. I know she dabbled in the trucks, but
I know Kyle Busch races trucks. He's won like the last 75 races he's entered.
Really?
Yeah. In a row. They was it last year or the year before? You
just can't do that in the car?
No. Fucking he's got so much money. That's why.
Is that
you get down those little levels and it pisses everybody off because you got people that are fighting for points and he only races like 3 races a year, which is all he's allowed to race. So that's 3 races a year that the points leader ain't gonna get first place.
Why is it all he's allowed to race though?
Because if you race more than that
mm-hmm.
and you can only earn points in one series. You can't earn. So if you race less than 3 races, your points don't count.
Oh, I got you.
So
he finishes first with no points, obviously.
Right, but whoever it takes points away.
Second and third, nobody gets that first place. Nope, points. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And so, like,
that's fucking weird.
It started out as a joke, but some of the other Nextel drivers, put a bounty out. If anybody beats them, it started out they would give them like $10,000,
kind of like a hit, kind of thing.
And so, then it turned into a dare, and so like there was one race, like 3 or 4 fucking Monster Cup drivers all went and put trucks together real quick to go race against him, and if he won, they had to pay him or donate money to whatever charity he wanted. If any one of those other guys beat him, he had to donate each of their person's money to their specific charities. Yeah.
It ain't happened.
Oh, it happened.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they all donated money to his charity.
No. No, I mean, nobody beat him yet. No. That's what I meant.
No. Yeah. It happened, but they all donated money to his charities.
Because like since Mikey's stepdad passed, we never went. Well, as a group, we never went back to a race after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while since I even fucking watched one. Really. There's a lot of changes coming this year. After hockey season, for me, the St. Louis Blues, the team is changing. They're getting rid of, who they've had for the last 5-6 years. Bringing in new blood, and which, that's the way it happens. But St. Louis Cardinals got rid of a lot of fucking good players, and they're like, oh, we need this, this, and this, and they're working on getting that. So that ought to be a different ball game this year, So football will be interesting next year when it kicks out, or later this year anyway, and just to see who they're looking to gain or looking to get rid of.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, they're talking about already. Coach interviews are coming up.
I see why though.
I mean, that happens every year. But there's a whole bunch of people waiting for the deadline when they're legally allowed to interview.
Mm.
It's probably like anything else, though. The guy that's going to get the job already knows. I interview 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was probably decided at some fucking restaurant.
I mean, it took the Cardinals a while to fucking, they just hired some new coaches. I don't know who the fuck they got rid of, but they hired some new coaches. Matter of fact, it was just released.
I think the deadline was the 16th.
For the baseball?
Oh, no, for football. I
I was talking about baseball.
I think it was January 16th that they can start interviewing.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird, just, because baseball ended so long ago, and it's just like, oh, you finally found, a hitting coach, or, it's just like, what the fuck is going on kind of thing. So I don't know. And with, their head hitters and Molina and all them being gone this year, it'd be interesting seeing these new rookies step the fuck up.
Yeah. But that's how you stay there is by developing young talent.
Yeah. So it's weird. You hear Mahomes just bought a soccer team?
No, I did not hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's co-owner to the Kansas City soccer team.
Really?
Whatever the fuck it is. They said who it was, but I don't know. KC something, blah, blah, blah.
He's probably like,
I don't follow soccer, so.
I got like fucking, I need $165 million tax
he's
deduction.
Co-owner to the Royals.
Kansas City Royals?
Kansas City Royals. He's co-owner of this fucking soccer team. He is, I was surprised, but, he keeps up what he's doing now. It's like, dude, this motherfucker's going to like own fucking Kansas City before he retires football.
Yeah.
It's, I texted to her. Oh, so he co-owns Kansas City Current, which is a soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City Royals, Sporting KC, whatever the fuck that is. I think it might be a clothing line or something. I don't know what the fuck Sporting KC is. And he owns a Whataburger in Kansas City.
Out of all the things.
Out of all the fucking things.
He found a Whataburger. This is a guy looking for tax deductions.
So yeah, it's like, it's just crazy. He just became a co-owner of that soccer team, so I didn't know if soccer was really a thing.
It's growing.
I mean, we used to have St. Louis Storm. I don't even know if like St. Louis even got a team. I don't follow soccer, so
yeah, there's a soccer team.
Is there a soccer team? There's also that
there's a USFL team too.
What's that?
United States Football League.
Is that the Battlehawks?
Yep.
Is that who that is?
Yep.
Yeah, that's just like arena football, though, right? I mean,
no, it's regular football. It's they adopted a few safety rules that are different. So like now, when they kick the ball up for a kickoff, nobody can run until the guy catches the ball. So they kick the ball, the guy catches it.
Are they playing 100 yards?
Yeah. And they shorten the distance between where the two teams stand against each other. So they don't have so far to run before they start smacking each other to reduce the impact. Okay. And that's another reason why nobody's allowed to run until the guy catches the ball. So there's no blindside hits.
What's that female team called?
I don't know. I've seen it talked about, but I have no idea.
The ones wearing the fucking shorts and shit, the fucking lingerie with the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
What's
I've
that
seen
one
it.
called?
I don't remember what it's called. It looks too gimmicky to me, so that's why I don't really watch it.
Oh, just curious.
The same with like XFL. I really never was an XFL fan when it first came out.
Is it still there?
No, they
It's
went
not,
bankrupt.
right?
They went bankrupt. USFL actually bought them out.
So, what's this? I heard about wrestling being sold to Saudi Arabia.
Well, I ain't heard that.
Yeah, WWE or whatever the fuck it is being sold to Saudi Arabia.
Hmm.
So we're losing a lot of good wrestlers and shit because they refuse to sign with them.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
some of them have to finish out their contracts that they had. McMahon, I think it was, owned it.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he took the better deal money wise, so he could still be a part of it. They wanted to get rid of his ass. Well, he sold it to them so he could still take part in it. But nobody wants to work with him. Nobody wants to work with fucking Saudi Arabia. They don't want to go to Saudi Arabia to wrestle.
Yeah. I would.
And so they're losing a lot of and matter of fact, I think it's gonna kill I think they'll still find some dudes to wrestle, but I think it'll kill woman wrestling.
Probably. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They'll all be out there in ninja suits wrestling.
Yeah, I think it'll kill it. So the women's professional wrestling, I think it's gonna get a go. I'm not a fan, but it's just something I read, and once I seen it, I kind of dabbled in it a little bit, and I was just like, "Holy Lord!"
Well, I mean, you look at how different our countries are from there, and the rules. If you was a professional athlete, would you really want to go to another country and risk fucking being a target,
Killed,
fucking thrown in jail for some bullshit?
You know, you can't wear the clothes that you wear here in the United States. You got to wear a whole fucking robe over there.
When I was in Qatar, the USO brought a band over there, and I don't remember what the name of them was. They lost one of their musicians because he got arrested for having a Maxim magazine.
Stop.
Ain't bullshitting you.
It was kind of like soft porn back then.
Oh, it was. Qatar don't play with that shit. And then while they're cuffing you, they're sitting in the back room looking at it.
I mean, the magazines most started coming out with plastic on them.
Yeah.
You couldn't even view them anymore. You had to buy them to rip the plastic off to view them. You remember that?
Yeah. Yep. I sure do.
Wonder why they went out of business.
Because nobody looks at magazines anymore.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They still could have went online. No one has subscriptions, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Easy Rider did.
Yeah, but who buys those too? Nobody buys those anymore either. No, and nobody pays for the subscriptions I know of.
What, for Easy Rider?
Yeah, I've looked at their website. It's pretty fucking hokey.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like they hired me to build it.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't been on there. They used to be like our fucking Playboys back in the day, Easy Riders. And they'd be always laying on the table and shit, and you just pick them up and start over.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I think we're there, man.
Yeah, we'll call it, man.
You guys be safe. Hey, if y'all need anything, you need to reach out. 988 extension 1. You can always hit us up. Shoot the shit. Have a couple beers. Whatever, man. Y'all be safe.
Later.